Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you are watching Transport Fever Mainline, and we're crossing the most glorious green bridge you could possibly imagine. There you go, we've crossed it now. We're just about to arrive into New York, which has been the scene of many a crime lately. There's quite a few foundations clipping through the top of the tunnel there. I don't know if that will lead to some subsidence of some description. Possibly not a great idea. But we're coming into the passenger station now. If we're very lucky, there'll be some other action going on here that we can relish for a moment. There's a little bit of action going on over there, just not very much. Yeah, that's a shame. But we're going to start off by making more action occur. Just not on this piece of... Oh, no, it is on this piece of track. What are you talking about, man? Right, let's jump out of the cab and see how much we make. We are carrying 164 passengers. Now, I suspect that this is the front train in the queue. 5.78 million. Hello! That's a good amount of cash. One just hopes that the other trains on this route are also making some money. Right, and then last time we did all this, we're shipping. The rest of the stuff hasn't kicked off, but the stone is going very nicely indeed. Thanks very much for asking. So that's all good. And the upshot, the positive we get from that is that we're actually shipping stone back out again on the gondola. But at the present time, it is the only thing that is being picked up from New York. And today, we're going to try and fix that. Stick around. Right, before we get to any of that, though, let's have a quick look at the old profit meter here. We've got, we've got Freight Mill, the gondola going Widdershins, is currently 13 million in the hole. But it won't be. This is happening because there are sections of the track that are profitable and sections that aren't, and the trains are not evenly distributed. So you end up with a situation where in some years they're in the profity section, and in other years they're in the not profity section. And that will balance out in due course, one would hope. But as you can see, they are actually hauling a reasonable amount of goodies at the moment. It's just a case of them dropping off and they'll pop back into profit. At the top end of the graph, things are very shiny indeed. We've got, what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. We've got 9 services that are in double-digit million profit, with another one that is not far off. And that is super. Because that's what you want, is lots of money. Thank you. That said, we've got lots of money, so that's not really a concern. But what I was actually looking for is passenger services of the train variety that are currently full. So we've got the local megacity one to Sherma, right? That one's full. We're running the, where else have we got here? Interior Loop, CPRC Widdershins. I have no idea what that means. The Spinwood, however, is also good. Oh, I see, Interior Loop, because I've got an Interior Loop. Right, okay, so that's those two. Who else looks like they might qualify? 261 of 261. That's New York to Miranda. All right, okay. And then 273 of 288. No, you just missed out there, sunshine. And, there's another one. And what we're going to do is we're going to explore the passenger services that we've got on these and potentially either add another train or extend the capacity of the trains that we've already got. Golly. Yeah, I know, that's quite thrilling stuff. Either way, it means the deployment of some new locomotives from Locomotion Central outside Alpha Complex. The other thing that I'm going to do is I've had one passenger service that has never made me good money, and it's the Mint Alco. Hilv Mise has also been Disappointment Central. If we look at that, look, it made profit 3 years ago, but hasn't been anywhere near profitable since then. And if we look at Mint Alco, you made 75 grand last year. What a trooper. But no, that is not a trooper at all. That is someone who is costing me cash. And we will start there. I apologise for all of this gubbins around the outside of the screen, but it's necessary for this operation. So we will stick you here and you here, and then we'll move. No, wait. Look. I've got a plan. We're going to wang all of this lot, the happy trains that are making me cash. We're going to stick them over that side. You troublemakers, we're going to stick you over this side and potentially cause more trouble with you. But we'll get to that in a minute. Right, let's go out to the depot, which is where I left it. There you go. See, yeah, I was just testing, and start to fling some more stuff up here. So Mega City 1 Sherma, that's that way. What are you currently rocking here? This looks like your double. Well, no, it's only got 78 capacity. I think we could do a bit more than 78, don't you? Yeah, we could. Or would you rather have another train? I think I'd rather have another train. Right, okay, so we'll start out at the depot and we'll go, yes, please, thank you very much. Buy trains. Now, I did set this up having issued the buy trains button, but clearly it has forgotten about all of that, and it's going to make us hang around while it considers all of the myriad trains that I have in my arsenal before allowing us to continue. Right, okay, we're running 2 of those Metroliner red stripes. Is that the Bud? Yeah, it is. Look, we've got a lead pair and a trailing pair. Right, add that. Yeah. Add this. Yeah. Bung them together. Yeah. Duplicate it because I'm buying 2, and then we'll fling those on MCO Sherma. Yeah, we're not messing about. There will be some bedding in period for these. It's not going to be long. And why do you look different to those? Maybe those are showing aged, but those are definitely the right trains. Oh well, whatever. Right, next up is the Interior Loop CPRC Widdershins. Good. Caprica Widdershins. Right, which way do we want to go to get to Caprica? Probably the same way, actually. Thinking about where does it go to? Caprica, Pseudopolis, Trumpton. Oh, crikey. How am I going to get out to there? I think it is going to be sending it up the Spinwood. We'll get it into position. Right. Okay, fine. What are you currently operating? These yellow Dutch numbers. All right, fine. All right, yellow Dutch numbers. We use the Dutch stuff often enough. It's not the NS Mat, is it? No, I think these crash the game. Pretty sure about that. What's your capacity? 73. Thank you. You, 52. You, 73. What do you know? Have another couple. There we go. Right. Interior Loop CAPRC Widdershins. Right. Good. That's you happy. And then the Spinwood, I assume, is running the same thing. Good. Buy another pair of those. Bang that up the Spinwood. Interior Loop CPRC Spinwood. There we go. Right. You're off and rolling as well. Congratulations. Have yourself a lovely day. Right, next on my list is Pleasant View to Hill Valley. Ooh, look at that. We're running loads of those. Oh, you know what? Let's run some more. Right, what are you? 73 capacity. Hill Valley, Pleasant View. I was going the other way. Okay, right, close that one. Open this one. Buy trains, multiple unit electrics, and look for this hideously coloured white, blue and yellow number. Hideously coloured white, blue and yellow. I mean, that one leaps out immediately, goes, hello, I'm hideous. No, you're going to, no, not hideous enough. There you go, that's what we want. 73, yeah, good. How many? Let's go for 2 more. Smashing. We will get this line absolutely jam-packed before you know it. Pleasant View, Hill Valley, off you roll. There you go. Have a lovely day. Go about your business. Do good works. Right? For my next trick, New York to Miranda is currently sporting these nice red... That's lovely. That's a nice looking train. Anyway, New York Miranda comes through this very station. New York's just one up the way, so we'll fire them up from the Spinwood, from the Widdershins, and it will be lovely. Now then, what is that locomotive there? Mouse over. It's a DB Mitty Pantho. Of course it is. Right, okay, fine. I'll find it. It'll be in here and it'll be labelled, I'm hoping, Deutsche Bahn Mitty Pantho. That looks viable. What's the capacity on these? I'm probably looking at the wrong one, but this actually looks like the same gig. 87. Yep, it's two of them. Right, bang that up on New York Miranda. Because obviously, as time goes on, more people actually want to use the trains because more people exist. Procreation occurs here in the 25th century, and it generates more hooligans to ride around on my trains. Good. Yeah, I'm done with you. Next, Gallifrey Asgard. You're running a single Illinois, Illinois Central Highliner. Well, you know what? You've been running for absolutely donkey's years, and you've always felt too short. So I'm going to add a second one onto the tail end of those. DB Freight Highliner, which is that. Right, add. Yeah, see, look, that's like a train. It is. Right, we'll replace it now, and I'll tell you what, because I'm in that kind of mood, I'm going to bung another one up there as well. We'll shift these passengers, whether they like it or not. Hopefully they will like it, which is why they're at the station in the first place. But there is no accounting for taste. Right, two of them, merge them together, and where are you going? You're Gallifrey Asgard. Right. Gallifrey. Yeah, Asgard. Good. Get out. Right, next. Next is... flipping all these train windows open. Next is Mos Eisley to Megacity 1, and we're running the Dutch number again. Well, that's very nice of me. Megacity 1 Mos Eisley, well, that's that way. So you're coming out of here as well. All right, fine. Electrics. Yep. No, wait, that one. Yep, you sure? 104. 52. It's two of those. Oh, okay. All right. Bosh. Like that. Clone it. Yeah. Set line. And we're out of here. Good. Now then, some of those, I've just killed their profits. Others, though, I've just made them more profitable. All right, let's have a quick look at the drama, if there is any. Everything's left already. I see. That's just the telltale of a very efficient network, I think you'll find. The fact that we don't have an awful lot waiting to go. See, look, there it is. A nose to tail job. There's the other one. We're already we're out and we're in business. And we mean it as well. Right, so, Mint Alco. What? You were making money hand over fist for a long time. I mean, that was a kind of a typical price point that you were getting there. So why now are you not making that kind of cash anymore? Interesting, because Minas Tirith is bigger now than it was before. Alpha Complex is bigger than it was before. But you've had years in here where it's not made a penny. Who's currently... Let's bring up all three. Overview. No. Overview. Yes. 35, 8, and 64. 8. What? Now, this may be... it's the only thing I can think of is that this may be due to me not having commuter services, so buses and the like, within any of these interstitial towns, and maybe that's something that I need to address. Let me rephrase that. That's something I really should address. Not today. I'm not in the mood. But at some point, I ought to address that. So let's bung this. I'll buy them another one anyway. Because they really should be making a lot more money, and maybe one more train will spring them into action, especially since it is faster than the competing services. You would hope that would do the trick. Right, Mint Alco, local. All right, okay. Flipping things never made any money, apart from that small time when it did. And then we've got Hillview to Mos Eisley, which is running... These chaps, 11, yeah, 33. It's covering largely the same ground. So it's almost certainly the lack of commuting services that is contributing, or the coverage that the passenger station is actually receiving that is causing this not to happen. So I'm going to give this the same treatment. Is that I'll buy them a new train and see if that helps. What are you running there? Oh, of course you are. It's the Z21 500R. It's one of my personal favourites. Where are we? It's the Z21 500R. It's kind of grey with a dark nose. Hold on, there you go. That's Z21 500 Z Tur. Yeah, sounds about right. What are you running? 58 passengers. That's it does 200 for crying out loud, and nobody wants to ride it. It must be just too expensive. No, I don't know. No, nobody wants to go anywhere near any of those places. Maybe. Anyway, Hill, Mize, off you go. Right, there you go. No, hold on, wait. What have I done wrong here? You are 58 passengers. Why are you a little short one? Interesting. All right, so have I miscalculated? Tell you what, let's stick you all on replace now, and we'll just refresh the service. Everyone likes a brand new, squeaky clean train. Right, we're going to leave those going, and we'll have a look at what the impact of that is later. Now, last time when we did all this, now I'm hurrying a little because I've got quite a lot to do. We looked at hooking up this here iron ore mine to the network by way of a little bit of shipping, and in the process discovered that there was no steel manufacturing anywhere on this side of the Central River. Oh, we exclaimed together. Well, that's going to put a dent in any potential iron ore shipping that you might have in mind. And then while you were away, I went, hang on, we've got some more iron ore here, and we'd quite like to do something with that as well. So I hatched a plan while you weren't here. I know, as soon as I'm not supervised, anything could happen. And the plan is a fun one. Here's the notion. Is that, oh, hold on, I thought I'd thought it through. There may be the slimmest of possibilities I haven't thought it through. Anyway, here is the iron mine, the steel mill that we're going to work with. Now, the tricky bit is that if we're running hoppers, which you have to take the copper, so we're going to go from New York, or rather from here. Oh, hold on, you hadn't thought that through either. That's a detail. We'll deal with it. We're going to run out from here. We're going to go up the coastline. We're going to zip past our stone mine here, and we're going to come through this one. At which point, there is more waiting. Goodness me. The man's gone mad. And then we're going to fling it out over here. We'll use the existing line that exists, head out via LV 426 and head into the steel mill there. Now, the second thought that I then had was, where are you getting your coal from? And I went, honestly, couldn't tell you. And then I had an idea. And that idea was, just outside Hogsmeade, you've got this coal mine right here that is currently sending it to the docks. So I thought, well, maybe we come up here, we'll fling in a cheeky station of some description, and we'll just hijack it. It's possible. The alternative would be that we head into to MC1 and nick it from there. You know, with some kind of under or over loopy kind of a deal that heads out this way. And then I thought, well, that means you're only going to transport stuff in one direction. I go, no, you are forgetting slag, which may travel out either way, and then we'll just have a tidy little runner that does a steel delivery / pickup kind of an idea, and wangs it into a Miranda Gallifrey, which is what this station should be called. Not Gallifrey East. We'll call this Miranda Gallifrey, because it is kind of both. Okay, right, yeah, got it. You with me? You're on board. Now, what this doesn't do, and therefore I may revise the latter half of the scheme, is that it really doesn't help with with fueling the impoverished side of the map, apart from over here at New York. Now, this bit might end up being more challenging than I'm anticipating, because we're going to try and get under this bridge with a bridge yes, over to this side. I mean, if it comes off, it's going to look brilliant. It's just a question of what's the height level we need to be at in order for that to work. And I tell you what might be the simplest way of doing this is get in real close and just bang that in, get it over the other side like that, right? And then we're going to make sure that we're not blocking any of the newfangled shipping that we recently deployed, which we're not. So we're just going over the estuary like that, and then we've just got to hook that up to the station, and everybody's flipping happy. Right, okay, well, I'm going to put that on something a little bit more dainty. And I do like the brick, but I think we might try and match the concrete style of these pillars for no other reason than why not? That's horrible. Then why wouldn't you? Oh, there's probably numerous reasons why you wouldn't. Hold on, what's this? Steel box bridge on stone pillar 2. Oh, you mean it's some lovely green? Yes. No one's going to let me get away with that. That's quite nice. But I wouldn't have a box girder under a box girder. That just doesn't feel right to me. It might be practical. What about that? That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Now, because this is a hefty length route that we're running here, and also this isn't the last time we're going to do this, so I'm going to double track this now while I think about it. I won't bother with points and connections just yet. Really? Why not? Just because, you know, the speed of the element of the just getting it done. All right, that's my reason. Right, what if we do that? 132. 132's not going to cut it. Yeah, I'm going to put a fast electric on here as well for the freight delivery, and with a bit of luck, we'll deliver at a reasonable rate. Now, I think the European electrics for freight purposes, I think they do 160. So we'll try and make that work. That's not going to connect up because you had no downward bubble there. Oh, dearie me. Right, and we don't want this corner to be too abrupt, which means you might need to relay your bridge. Hold on, get it up to around 150, and we'll call that a deal. All right, I'm not sure you're going to get round here though. Don't doubt things. You know, bring some positivity to the party. There you go. There, see, that looks all right. All right, and then that 128. No, not 128. We want like 150 plus. All right. Now I realise it takes these freight trains a little while to get up to speed, but even then we should be able to. This is more or less a straight flipping line. There you go. 162. That's a bit better. All right. So slightly kinky. We are going to double track the approach. Yeah, I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to. There you go. Right. That'll do it. There you are. And then double track this. And then it's done. And then you don't have to think about it anymore. Because eventually there's a really good chance you're going to be bunging quite a lot up here. Because this is the link through to all of the central goods repositories. And we like a goods repository. So, you know, make it count. There you go. That looks quite. Oh, look at the. Oh, would you? Ah, right. Okay. Now then, we are heading for there, and we're going to aim to do that. Well, oh, good. Well, that would be at first. Again with the sarcasm. Stop it. Right. Do we want to top out over the top over the top of that, or do we want to come in underneath? You've even got a hookup track waiting for your arrival. Although, does that lead to a platform? How many platforms have you actually got, Arkham South? Speak with me here in that way that people do. Your high speed, we knew that. You've got 4 platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all count. Groovy. Right, okay. In that case, we'll do that. Now, that does mean single track through that station. I know, you're all going, oh, don't single track through this station. Why don't you just move these two over one and go up, up, down, down in that way that you keep obsessing about lately? I might do that later when I've got enough services to warrant it. But in the short term, we're going to do that instead. Okay, right, now then, where are we going? We're going over there. And we want to do this in a way that maintains a little bit of speed. How much speed do you mean by a little? Most of it. We want to maintain most of the speed and get over there in good form. So are we going to go underneath the stone mine? I think we might. A stone mine? Oh, there's a new invention. What do you think about this bridge? I think it's lovely, but I don't think it's appropriate. I think we want to stay at ground level for this, which would mean a little bit more up and down, but it does mean that you're not, for once, laying a roller coaster in order to get from A to B. Right, okay. Fine. How much sinkage have you got there? Not a huge amount. Alright, well in that case it's the appropriate amount of sinkage. Okay, good. What are you going to do with that road? We're going to go through it. All right, gently, steady on. There's no need to be quite so vigorous in your road hatred. Right, we'll go as far as there. Now that's given us a bit of a bank, so we might end up with a bit of bridge anyway. In which case we won't need to kill the road because we'll just go over the top. Or no, kill that and that. We'll do this, and then we'll build a tunnel that goes through the embankment that we've just built. What are you going to do with that though? I mean, what are you thinking, under or over? Well, under seems to make more sense, given that we've got to go under the next bank anyway, and we're already at an under kind of altitude. Okay. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Zip across here. It would. Is that going to make it less efficient? Yep. All right. Well, let's have a look at it. Let's see what it looks like, and then we can judge for ourselves. Right. So something like that. Right? Does that disrupt shipping? A little bit. It reduces their choices somewhat. How tall is it? Really tall. Okay, well, how about making it less tall? If we go from kind of mid-height here over to there. Shipping good? Shipping looks good. Does look like the shipping can do that. That's more like it. Right, and then we want some slightly more chunky bridge supports there, so that... you know what? I think we might go with this. We might go with this. This might be the thing that we go with, or we try and match the one we were using before, which was that. It's pretty. Ships can get underneath, ish. And it'll. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I get this wrong, I'm going to get complaints immediately. Let's try it and see what happens. Right, okay, we'll do that. We'll double track it immediately, because that way you get the proper test of whether ships can get underneath. It looks like they can. Your angle's off, though, isn't it? Isn't your angle off just a little bit there? Yeah. Are you going to relay it again? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Honestly, why? Why? What is wrong with you? Because I want the angle to be right. I don't want to have to adjust the bridge I've already got in there. I'm already going to have to play with the altitude of it. Although, you say altitude, it would be height, strictly speaking. You're also a little lower down, but apparently it's still good for ships. Well, if it's good for ships, it's good for all of us. The warning triangle is... What are you talking about at the moment? New York to Arkham, I just severed. Clampett oil isn't doing enough. Right, okay, that's fine. That is acceptable. Right, get rid of all of this lot, and that one as well. We've got our new guide bridge in. How is this bridge going to teach anybody who is blind anything at all? Well, it kind of looks like it's been laid by someone who's blind. Oh, well done. Good recovery. Right, okay, bang that in there. Nice. Yes, that's exactly what I like. That is my perfect bit of track is one that does a bit of bridge, goes under something, little bit of tunnel, back to a bit of bridge. That's all good. Here comes the ship. Pretty certain it's not going to knock out the support. Otherwise, it would have raised some kind of alarm by now, and we'd have taken some sort of remedial action to fix that. Right, let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, right, so you do that, and we have gone underneath the existing track, or have you done a... No, we've gone underneath it. Well, that's a pretty efficient way to work. Let's do it. And also, I don't want to spend too long making this. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long you want to spend making this. It's going to take as long as it takes. And that might be a significant amount of time. Right, that's that hooked up. I now need to hook up this this main road again. We've got a bit of bridge here that's quite dramatic. So if we were to work with, in fact, it's quite dramatic, and we could just change the course of its life a little, and everything would be amazing. What are you running there? That's medium country, which I happen to have selected. Right, you get over there. No. Stay at altitude for a bit. There you go, like that. How tall are you? Ooh, pretty tall. All right, come down by one more. That's pretty spectacular-ish. What about taking the corner at the same time? Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes. Right about there. There you go. That's the funk soul brother right there. Good. Okay, and whack that on there like that, and everybody's happy. One of the flashy things has stopped flashing, and it looks like Clampett Oil has been shamed into stopping flashing as well. Right. Okay. So that's New York out to. Whoop. Yeah, all right. Do more of that if it makes you happy. But that takes us out to the stop here, which is currently named Arkham South, which is very boring. This is the Tombs of Atuan. Of course it is. Right. Tombs of Atuan. I don't actually know that reference. That wasn't one of mine. Or it might have been Wikipedia's, actually. I went looking for anything that was mining. I went looking for kind of tombs and mountain-based malarkey. But there you go. Tombs, Atuan, all of that. No, it's not a freight line. In which case, up, down is maybe going to be mandatory. Yeah, but you see, that's where you've used the word maybe, and therefore it doesn't guarantee any kind of mandatory behaviour at all. And what you could do just as easily is that. Oh, you're a lunatic. Go on, do it. There you go. That's it. And then sprint along there. You know what? That will work. It's unlikely that we're going to have that many trains that need to get in and out of there at once, and if anything, it will help space them out. You may remind me of this when it proves to be very wrong later on. Meanwhile, where are we? How long is this tunnel? I was clearly laying this in a I have an urgent need to get this done now episode, because that's not a delicate bit of tunneling. That's quite extensive. Right, okay, bang that in there, bung that up there, stick that in there, that's it. What do you mean terrain alignment collision? You're talking rubbish. All right, I'll get a tunnel entrance built, and then we'll go on from there. All right, there you go. Terrain alignment that, you peasant. Right, and we'll grab it again, and we'll zoom out a little bit, and we'll go up to the other end, and it won't complain. That was me daring it to complain there, and it didn't, and therefore I win. Right, and then we'll do the other one as well. Now, I don't really want to make this bridge 4-track, and I might interrupt my passenger service in order to make it double rather than quad-tracked, just because it's different and it's interesting, and it makes a bit of a change. We'll say that, that maybe the track laying budget ran out at that point, he said, looking at $3.5 billion in the bank. It really depends what I'm doing with it. So where are we heading next? We're heading over there. So I need to get underneath this. I don't think over is going to be a possibility. I mean, we could come as far as here and then swing over. Yes. I haven't actually got flying junctions installed at the moment. Maybe I should do a flying junction special where I make flying junction aficionados weep. But then we've got this second track to get over and or under as well. And we've got this ruddy great hillside in the way. And then we have our destination. And then you still don't know what you're doing with coal. And all of this is going to transpire within 25 minutes, for that is the deadline I have set myself. We will go with 4 tracks on this. We'll make it 480 metres in length, because I know no fear. We'll make it a 1990. We'll then not do that, and we'll switch to a freight station. Almost caught myself out, but didn't. Right, let's do that again. 80, 480, yeah, high speed. We don't have a choice of anything but 1850 as the time of design. However, is this actually going to fit alongside there without me having to modify absolutely everything? All right, okay. Ask me another one. What about a station halfway up the mountain? What about you stop taking whatever medication it is that makes you say those things? Because that's crazy talk. God, there must be somewhere nearby. And we do want it to be close enough to the... well, there was somewhere. Okay. It's not quite close enough to the steel mill, though. We can get there. Can you get further this way? Yes. Any further? No. About there, you're saying. All right, okay. Now then, I'm going to put it in. This is just a complete waste of money, because there's a proper chance that I'll remove it again in a moment. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it some of that. Wang that on there. Something like this. Don't really care what it looks like. Just want to see if it's in catchment range. Hooray! Okay, it is in catchment range, and that's something. So that might stay as it is for the moment, and I'll tidy it up in a minute. Now then, where are we going here? So we've just picked up from there. We've got quad track coming out of there, heading towards the river. There is shipping using the river, so if I was going to descend, it would have to be after we reach the other side. Now, I'm immediately going to need to be higher up again to get over the road. Oh. We don't want to cross over the track because, as everyone will tell you, don't do that. Oh, hello, what are you? Oh, you're a good station. Okay. That doesn't help us at the moment, but it's good to know. Right, okay, let's get over the river and then figure it out from there. All right, you reckon you're going to delete this bridge? Can't roll it out. In fact, no, let's go as far as here, and then we will possibly divert from what we're doing right now. I thought you said you were going to use the main line for this. Well, it's not even the main line. I thought you were going to use the passenger line. Decided against it because I'm going to do something exciting and sensual now. All right. Good luck getting past those pillars. Oh, flipping heck. However, if we were to come off here and then loop round over the top, we could do a bridge that extended up to here. I'm tempted even to do a crossover track because I haven't got any of those on the map yet. Alright, well, what's the benefit of doing a crossover track? Well, firstly, I haven't got one of those on the map yet. 160, please, although I don't think that's going to get you around the corner. Are you sinking? It looks like you might be. Yes, you are. Stop sinking. We don't want you to sink. We need you to stay at altitude. Oh, Macarena. Okay, let's... tell you what, let's put the bridge in first and then figure out what we're going to do with it. So if we do, I think 4 might be enough. Okay, yep, 4 is enough. Now, I want to come off at that angle. What have you done? No, look, I like that you're trying to anticipate my desires. Stop it. I'll tell you what my desires are, and you can anticipate that shortly after I've done it. What are we running here? That's just a regular... that's the ugly concrete bridge. Okay, fine. No, That's the really ugly concrete bridge. That's the ugly concrete bridge that we're using. Alright, fine. Is that now pointing largely where we need it to? Yeah, kind of. You're going to come in at this end, which isn't perfect, but actually there is neither end could be considered perfect at this stage of things. But you have got it across, so how about you settle for that, and then we'll figure out how we make that work. You know that a lot of what you're building looks like what the AI used to build in Railroad Tycoon, right? And that every time someone saw something that the AI had built in Railroad Tycoon, they died inside a little. Yeah, that's true. But what I'm not doing is I'm not doing some kind of loop that goes up and round and over and inside the other tracks in order to bypass the blockages you'd put in place to stop them getting into the station. That is true. Right, what speed have we got out of that? Pretty much full speed. Okay, no, that's good. That works. That's solid. That is transport fever. Okay. Let's bung that in, and let's bung that in. Good. All right, this is going quite well, he says, despite the fact that we are building another flipping roller coaster. Although, again, if we stay at altitude... Oh, see, look, that's going to end up looking halfway respectable. Although, what have we got going on there? Why have you... No, you see, if I back up... And you're doing it here, look. You are just, ever so gently, and you think I haven't noticed, you are trending upwards very gently. And I don't want you to. Now, that could be the lay of the land that is causing that kind of appearance. Don't do that. Don't. No. No. Why are you now fighting me? You absolute wretch. You weren't fighting me a moment ago. That's because we were trending upwards a little bit. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to allow it then, I suppose. You could have held down shift and it wouldn't have done it. Yeah, it would. And then when you held down shift, it would no longer snap to anything, but it would kind of go, we're going to continue to do this really ugly, and you're going to go, no, I don't want you to do it really ugly. I want you to do it lovely. That's what I'm after. You're going to have fun putting some signals on here, though, Chief. That's a thing you get to look forward to. Ooh, can we get underneath there? We can get underneath, and then we can hide the incline underneath the mountain. Now, I don't want to do maximum incline because that rarely looks good. But if we do that, if we time it right, we could have the tunnel entrance just as the track passes overhead. Like that. That does look quite fetching. But I mean, you have got quite a lot of mountain to climb after that. So you know, good luck. All right, well, you know, we've made it far. Let's see how much farther we can make it. Right, now then, we'd like to come in at this end. We genuinely would, but I can't see that being viable. I think coming around here and slotting onto there is going to work. Or you do a kind of a gentle curve, that comes in like that. All right, we'll try the kind of a gentle curve first and see where it gets us. First off, whoa. Hello, autosave. All right, okay, yeah, all right. Construction's not possible, but that's fine. That's not what I wanted to construct anyway. It's nice of you to offer, but no, that's just not what we want. Right, come back here. Right, you also upwards a little bit. All right, what are we slowed to there? 180. Okay, that's acceptable. We can slow a little bit more than that. 175 is acceptable. Are we going to accept this? Do we break surface if we go like that? No, we don't. Okay, well, up a little bit it is then. And then in the final stages, we shall work on breaking surface and meeting the end of the station. This might not work. Yeah, but it's going to be an adventure to find... Oh, no, it's worked. Okay, fine, good. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing. We're doing that. We're doing that right there. Good. Now then, which track have I got here? Have I got inside or outside? Outside. Okay, so you want to come in on bay 3. Well, you don't really, do you? But you are going to for the moment, and then we'll remodel that junction when it starts getting used by more trains, if we ever reach that stage, which is by no means certain. All right, so you've got a slow corner at the end, but as I always say, I don't mind slow corners at the end of the line, because in theory your train's slowing down anyway. If you're gonna bung a corner in, then that's the way to do it. Right, okay, fling that on there. And mission complete, apart from coal. Okay, now then, what are you going to do with coal? What are you going to do again? In fact, hold on, before we do that, I'm going to lock this route in now, even if I end up changing it in a minute. So we go to here, which is Miranda North, will be renamed in a moment. And then, wait, no. I said no, thank you. Right, now, I mean, whatever we run up here, we've got to keep the shipping time pretty low, because otherwise none of this iron ore is going to be even remotely interested. It's certainly not going to want to spend absolutely ruddy ages getting what is effectively 3/4 of the way across the map. I can't see this working. I think you've lost the plot. I may well have lost the plot, but you know what? We're not going to find that out unless we give it a go. If this does work and we manage to get coal sorted in the next couple of minutes, then we should well ship slag back in the opposite direction. And because of the length that that's travelling and the speed at which it's doing so, there is every chance that that actually makes a decent amount of money, particularly if I actually fill up on copper and iron. If I fill up on iron in the process. Right, where are you going to get your coal? You can come from either side. Where do you want it? Well, Mos Eisley's got a lot of platforms. Yeah, that's lovely, but it hasn't got any coal. And it's coal that you want. You've got Miranda Gallifrey, which is where you're going to drop your steel. So let's hook that up because you've already decided to do that. Have I got a spare platform? Wouldn't you know it, I have got a spare platform. See, this is obviously what I was intending to use. No, it's not a spare. Oh, sorry. When I zoomed out, it looked a bit like track. It's not track. That's some twigs that we've got planned in there. I don't think the station's going to let me expand it either. All right. Well, that's trickier. It's not impossible. It's not good though, is it? Well, no, hold on. If you stick a signal in here... Oh, we're signalling now, are we? No, we're not, but we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants, doing some planning. If we put a signal in there and then we come in this way, we can make that a back and forth, and we'll hold up the main line occasionally. All right, well, I mean, because it's you suggesting it, obviously this is happening. I can't say I necessarily advocate this approach. Look, it's close enough to where we actually want to be that it's got every chance of success. You don't know that. Right, bang that in on there. What does that look like? Well, you've made that bit, and we're only going to run single train on here anyway, because everything else won't be delivering at a fast enough rate to make that happen. What do you think of this exterior mountain viaduct you've got going on? You've got every opportunity here to do kind of a mountain decline pass route, pass decline. I have, haven't I? Should we do that? It's going to be slow though. Yeah, but you know, slow is as slow does. What? Okay. All right. Now then, let's put a hole in the road there, and then we're going to ramp it around up here, because I've got absolutely no sense. Although, actually saying that, this looks like it could be quite good fun. Right, do a bit of that, and then around here, the aim is going to be avoid using any bridge work as we ascend the mountain here. Actually, how much ascent do we... We don't need any more ascent than that. You have given sufficient ascent. You are going to want to keep it up. I think we'll probably end up using SD40s on here, so about 116 is ideal. And then you tunnel, and then we end up slapped onto that. How much of a bow is that? That's not too bad. Okay, are we taking that? I think we might. Yeah, I think that looks interesting enough to qualify, and also, you know, that's pretty simple. All right, okay, pretty simple is good. And then we'll stick a signal on here, so that so some right of way can be given. That's a pretty horrible junction you've got. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I might fix it later, but for now, I'm only interested in practicality. You're suggesting that this might be practical. There's a fun thing. Will you please just stop? All right, Miranda North up to... how is that Miranda North? It's not Miranda North. And neither is it Oliver North. Who is this? This is Lindholm. Right, okay. No, you can't call this Lindholm. You want to call the station Lindholm. You've just closed that line down. Open it back up again. Lindholm. Groovy. Right, now then. So this line here is going to be supply. Yes. Lindholm. Good luck. New York. Madness. 3/4 of the way across the map there, kids. That's what we like. And then you are going to be supply. There you go. Supply. Would Miranda Gallifrey need its own Lindholm? No, we'll go with that for the moment, and hopefully I won't get confused. Right, okay, last trick, coal. Nope, I'm not seeing it. It's here or bust, or here or bust. Now, since that's a coal mine, there's every chance that will supply quite readily. Yes. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that startling notion? No, that was more or less it. Okay. So where are you going to? How are you going to? And when? The when is easy. That is now. I see. You're going that way, are you? Yeah, I think I rather need to. In fact, what I'm going to use a terminal here. Freight terminal. 480 will be sufficient. Actually, we can probably go a little shorter than that. We don't need it to be max length. So if we go 400 in total, how many tracks do you need? One. One track only. That's quite the terminal building for a one-track station. And then you're heading out that way. Now you can hit the other end however you please. Can't align the terrain though, can you? That is a mere detail. How far out can we go here? You're unable to align the terrain, and it's because we've got all manner of gubbins going on up there. We don't appear to be able to adjust the angle of attack for this station, which is rather unhelpful. Unable to align the terrain. Unable to align the terrain. Right, well, what if you went flexy, or gently, over here, right? Now, we wouldn't necessarily do it here, but what we're looking for is, can you reach... Yeah, you can. Okay, so, how about that? Well, it's exciting. Okay then, right. Well, I tried to buy it and it denied me, which means that this is maybe a terrible idea. Oh no, it means that it's unable to align the terrain. Oh, flipping heck. Now look, I was really hoping to get this done because it's going to be thrilling, and it's going to be worth the price of admission. And I've bulldozed that bit of road already. The thing's flashing at me, and I'm pretty certain it's because I bulldozed that bit. Ooh, hold on. What if we bulldoze this bit of road? What if we try over here, do us a 180, and then try something like what? Exactly how ugly are you trying to make this? You are flexible though, so we could mirror the flex of this curve, do a bit of underground to get ourselves out of trouble. All right. Okay, I like your enthusiasm. I mean, certainly the level of anticipation you're demonstrating towards this project. Oh, that's nice. There you go. That's good. All right, we don't even need it to be that bendy. Slightly less bendy will be fine. Although we do need the other end to be bendy now as well. So if you could make that happen, thank you. Right, okay, good. No, keep it moving. Keep it moving. That is a coal mine. Worth double checking. All right, okay. Yeah. No. Yes. You've even got a tunnel there. We don't want to use the tunnel, though. We want to go over the top of it. All right, okay. Do you want to try that? I want to try something, but I'm not sure it's that. That's better. Yeah, okay. Well, you're colliding now, though. I can relay the road. Okay, if you say so. No, because what I want to do is I want to match the straight line there with our exit up the hillside. So a bit like that, but closer, like that. You know, you're not going to get that round. How about that? Bit more. About there. Tree gun will conceal the horror. Okay. Right, good. Yeah, that's operational, ish. Right, bang some road in, make everybody cheerful immediately. Now, I'm going to what's the problem? There you go. I'm going to redevelop this, but I'll do that in some kind of speedy camera while you're not watching build type of behaviour, just to keep that keep the flow going. Right, what are you? Nargothrond. All right, you are. Right, Nargothrond. Nargothrond. Peachy. Okay, now then, let's fling this up the mountain. Do you know where you're flinging it to? The station. It's quite a haul. Quite a hike. It's quite a whatever it is. Right, okay, up we go. Like that, yep. No, anything over 120 is going to be fine, probably. We'll almost certainly use US freight on this, and they top out at either 116 or 121. I can't remember off the top of my head. What's that? What is that? Oh, that's an extra tunnel that you put in for future expansion. All right. So that you remembered that was something you wanted to do later, possibly, maybe. All right, I'm not sure what I was thinking. You were trying to future-proof yourself. There we go. We've got tunnels going over tunnels there. In fact, on 3 levels. Yeah. Keep it simple. No, I won't. Well, no, I can clearly tell that keeping it simple is not something that has been on your agenda for quite some time. Right, okay, grab the large country road. Let's bang that back in. There you go. Too much slope? No, there isn't. There isn't too much slope. There is not too much flipping slope. You were in here before without so much as a... oh, I see what we've done. And we've got a tunnel mouth there now. All right, well, we'll back this up just a smidge further. And then we'll bung that in over the top. Can we keep it on the flat? Too much slope. Well, don't snap to it then. That's an idiotic thing for you to do in the first place. All right, have a little bit of slope. To there. Right. And then connect back up. Ooh, dearie me. And then connect back up to here without any complaining. Well, connecting up's the easy bit. Complaining, however, I reserve the right to make as many complaints as I see fit. Okay, good. Next. Keep it coming. You really are pursuing this at a very aggressive pace. Yes, because it's a harebrained scheme, and as such, I don't want to invest the rest of my life into pursuing it. But it could work. And if it does work, it's going to be ace. It's going to feed so many different lines in terms of making a bit of cash, or certainly providing them with resources, that this is going to work out superbly. And that's a lovely bit of bridge. Right, what do we want to stick in? I'm going to use that one because I'm fond of it. There you are. Good. We're going to need to move the road. But you know what? Moving the roads are bread and butter. Yeah, you want medium country, please. Medium crunchy road. You've got it, boss. That's it. Do that. Thank you. Wang that over there. Now, this whole area, don't think that my standards are slipping for a moment. This whole area is in dire need of the tree gun, of the smoothing gun, of basically the entire arsenal of beautification, and I shall deploy just that after I've got it running, because the running of the thing is the thing. Oh, hold on. You want to come in this end? Is the other end not more appropriate? It would possibly been appropriate a little while ago. However, no longer is it appropriate. It is going to be this end. All right, in which case, we need to change this curve to go to the other platform. That's not such a big deal, is it? Well, you say that. There you go. Come out over there. That's good. Right. That should leave it enough angle of attack to get in there. Right, now let's move this lot. Right, yeah. And I know I needed junctioning putting in there anyway, so, you know, there's no great loss in that regard. In fact, let's bring all of these out in a straight line to start. No, let's bring all of these out in a short straight line to start with. Maintaining altitude so that we've got every opportunity to link everything together. That said, let's try that. There you go. Right. And then let's bring that one out. Yeah, like that. But, you know, up a bit. Up a bit, please. Thank you. No, a bit more. There you are. Jolly good. And then we'll have you do something similar. Good. Jolly good. Right, now then, you lot, come here. No, wait. Oh, okay, what does it look like? Well, that's exciting. I can't say I don't like it either, because I do. That's fun. Yeah, it is. It is. That is a fun bit of unnecessary there. No, we'll keep it. I'm using my current favourite bridge on there as well, and then we're not doing a down then up, are we? No, it's because we're coming down the slope. So, and then we'll run this out in parallel to about there before splitting it back off again and going over here. No, before splitting it back off again and hold on. Right, do you need to be going down a bit? Not really. Not really. Okay, do it this way. That's it. No, yep. Whoa. Easy. That's it. That's good. All right, bring the other bit in. There you are. No, that's not there you are at all. That's invisible. That's not helpful either. Come here. A bit of that. Lovely. And then, then we do some of this. Like so. Right, and what are you doing with this bit? Aha, well, we come over here like this. Yeah, you haven't got an answer to this, have you? And then we'll merge in the corner. You are going to have to change this junction in the fullness of time. I'm aware of that, but for the moment, it's absolutely dandy. Now, the only trick we're going to have to pull, and this is by no means easy, although is it? Can we do that? We can. Hooray. Good. So we can now also, as long as I can get trains onto the big copper line. We're done, by the way. I've done it. That's finished. We just need to be able to get trains onto the copper line, and then everything is glorious. How would you like to go about that then? Well, what if we were to put a big diamond on here? Oh, yeah, I can't fault your ambition, but I'm not certain that that's the place to do it. I think doing it at New York might be easier. And then do that from there over to that one. Go on, you know you're capable. There you go. That's it. Lovely. Right, and then we go slip junctions galore, and everyone, in theory, can get everywhere. All right, well, that's all of that done. Is it going to work? I'm going to leave you to place your bets. We're going to run the trains up there, or we're going to order the trains. But obviously it's going to take them the best part of, I don't know, 45 minutes before they actually start doing anything. So we'll leave that until next time to find out what happens. But we'll get them ordered in the next couple of minutes, and then you there in the comments can say whether you believe it's going to make any money. In order to make this a fair bet for all of us, I will not interfere with it as it's set up now, other than putting in some signals. All right, so you can assume there are sufficient signals to actually allow it to work. I've closed down the windows that I needed. Oh, I'll just have to open them again. Right, okay, so this is the coal route, and you're going from Lindholm out to Nargothrond, which, firstly, it's quite surprising I remember the name, but there you go. So this is... You're going to look on the map and you go, where's Lindholm? Where's Nargothrond? I don't know where any of these things are. Supply, Narg, O, Thrond, Lindholm. Utterly meaningless. Brilliant. Right, okay, so have you finished? Yeah, I have. We're ready. We're cooking the books. We want supply Lindholm Miranda. And is it just the 3? It is just the 3 routes, isn't it? You did get this done like you really meant it to happen very quickly. And then Lindholm, New York. Gracious me. Right, okay, let's deploy the resources. From where are you going to deploy them? And how are they going to arrive out here? Well, that's a question for the ages. It's not a question for the ages, it's a question for now. Because we need to know now. I'll tell you what, I know how we're going to do it. Remember, you're going up, up, down, down. Oh, dear. Okay, well, no, wait. What's... Have I not got a turnaround on it? I'll work on that in a minute. Right, if we did that... As if... if we did that... If this were to... now, hang on. Just don't go anywhere. If we did this, yes, what? Like something? Okay, good. What do you... No. Keep trying. Come on, cowboy, you can do it. If we were to... Yes? Any advance on that partial statement? Well, that is kind of, sort of. It is kind of, sort of, isn't it? Right. That's a something. Oh, isn't it, though? You've ruined that nice bridge. Yeah, but we can now get from the depot. So, small mercies. And again, don't say that you're going to fix it later. I'm going to fix it later. Right, okay, stick that on there. And then, in theory, we can deploy at least that one. You've got a nerve making out that this is going to work. Right, okay, here we go. Let's buy the trains, and then I'm going to make it work. All right, so here's what you are supposed to assume for today's gambling session. No prizes inferred or otherwise. Right, what you're going to assume is that I've managed to get the trains where they're supposed to go. Don't worry about how I do it. You don't want to know how the sausages are made. But you can safely assume that all trains will be correctly situated in this endeavour. All right? Okay, good. We cool? Nice. Right, now then, we need a single unit electric, really quick freight train. What are you offering? 177. Yes, sir. The Class 86 there is opening strong. Freightliners, 121. Okay, no, not really raised. 230. Hello. Oh, yes. Hold your horse. Remember, your wagons aren't that quick. Oh, there is that. Yeah. Just remember that your wagons aren't that quick. Well, what wagons? The wagons that you are likely to wish to use do 113. Oh, these Deutsche Bahn wagons, if you click on one of those, then the game crashes. Right, now that safety has been assured, I can just gamble 80 kilometers an hour. No. 120. No. 120. No. 120. No. 120. No. 120. No. 120. Seriously? Oh, come on. Have some imagination. Where's my fantastical from the future coal wagon that does 900 kilometers an hour? I probably wouldn't use one that went that fast, to be honest. It would. Oh, hello. You'll do 160. Guess what? You might be getting a job. Open wagon, if that is your name. You do 120. Yeah, all right. Okay. Any advance on that? State car. No, it will all fall out of sight. Flat car. 160. Good. Nice. Good. But not in this car. Cargo hut. No. Doesn't carry flipping oars. Flat car doesn't carry ore. And 113. And 113. And 160. Now, how about you chaps? No, you don't carry it. This is what we're using on. Those are the ones that crash the game. These ones, however, don't crash the game. Don't carry ore. Okay, these double ups don't carry ore. What about the tag news? Pretty sure these are the ones that break the game. Pretty sure. And they only do 120. Okay, anybody else want to play? I don't believe this. I'm gonna go yell at the workshop for a bit and go, why is there not? Because it's not realistic. And what about you lot? No, these are the ones that break the game. And they only do 120, so we're not even... What about these? Deutsche Bahn Cargo Hopper. 120. Yep, 120. And these ones? 120 for you, sir. Pennsylvania flat cars. Just tip it on the top and don't take the corners too fast. 127. All right, well, I think we found our winner. Right, back up here. And you are a fairly unassuming looking open... No... Yeah, fairly unassuming looking. There you go. Open wagon. Right, 160. Sold. Good. I'm into it. Right, let's bang a bunch of them in. Do you want to put a loco on it first? Yes, 160 kilometer an hour, very torquey kind of, you know what? That rail freight will do the job. This Class 86 is on the money. I'll take it. What sort of grunter you got? The attractive effort's not brilliant. Have we got something around the same speed but with like a bunch of tractive effort? Because that'd be nice. We had 267 there. So what about your rail on? 300. It's not enough to warrant it. So rail off, rail on. What about a rail jet? Actually, they're supposed to be used for passengers. Whatever. Right, no, 2/3. No, you're not giving me the tractive effort that I want. Tractive effort being your overall acceleration. See, look, the class flipping the GG1 from 1936 would do 160, and it's quite grunty. It's very tempting. We are in an anachronistic time here. What about diesels? No, you see, I know I said I was going to use an electric. What about a class 47? 153, not quite as grunty, but I could double them up, I suppose. Are you now going to spend 20 minutes choosing which train you're running? Yes. What of it? What about the Aussies? What are they bringing to the show? 115. Yeah, 120. Nah, not this time. No, not this time. Anybody else want to throw their hat into the ring as a potential contender for this gig? This GE such and such. It's a passenger loco. I mean, a very clear passenger loco. No, 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 and no. Okay, right then. It's British Rail all the way. Hooray for British Rail, and so forth. Right, you come on. Off we go. We're going on an adventure. Open wagon. Right. Well, you've got 440 metres worth of space, so we'll just take as much as that is. There you go. That's about right. What's that? 325 capacity. Good. We'll have 2 of you. Set line. Madness. Is Lindholm, New York. Lindholm, New York. Do not say no path to station. Alright, it hasn't said it. Which means that in the fullness of time, it will surely arrive there. Right, we can switch that one off. Right, Lindholm, Nargothrond, you need also some kind of coal delivery, but I'll allow you to go a little bit slower. So we'll go with... what did I say? I said I'd use an SD40 because we use SD70s all the time and the SD40s don't get a look in. So let's choose a fairly robust, if ancient, SD40 for this one. Yeah, I do like the BNSF livery. Couldn't tell you why. Could be because it's orange. What about this alternative? What about the chassis system? We haven't used that very... No, hold on. We'll use the Maersk line. Right, okay. Give me one of them, and then bang a bunch of ungrateful wagons behind it. 105 this one does, so that gives us the full gamut of potential hopper options. And I do like a hopper option. We're not going to cross the streams as far as international usage is concerned. More's the shame, because some of those European wagons are really quite attractive. Bathtub gondola, 120. That'll do nicely. 1, 2, 3. Actually, same deal. And 4. There you go. Right, you are doing Nargothrond Lindholm. Nargothrond Lindholm. Don't tell me you can't get... No, you see, he's not complaining either. All of those brilliantly well thought out junctions that I just placed, working perfectly. This one may prove the challenge, however. Lindholm Miranda. And that's going to need to carry your steel. So the thinking is that we take steel out one way, we take slag out to the others, and that we feed into various different services as a result. I'll tell you what, I might use an Australian for this. Why not? Let's keep it international. Keep the flavour rich. There we go. Specialist Scut class for interstate freight work. As you say. Right. See, look, 500 kilonewtons attractive effort. That's more flipping like it. Then again, never say that the Aussies underpower anything at all. If there's a bigger engine they can stick in something, they will do. Right. We will take... Well, what fits in that? Nothing of use. What fits in this? No, we'll use these wacky upright cars. Well, I'll leave them. Now, I know they're American, but there is a reasonable interchange of US odds and ends with the chaps in Australia, so I'll allow it. Plus, I make the rules, so I'll definitely allow it. Right, how much capacity does that give you? I think it's probably too much. How much do we care? Well, let's drop another couple off. There you go. Right, set line, Lindholm, Miranda. This is the final test to see whether I've made up my points make any sense at all. There we go. It thinks it can find the way there, and long may it succeed in doing so. Right, that is your lot for today. A slightly extended edition. I don't anticipate any of you complaining. Yeah, we're going to, when I rejoin you next time, we will look at the finances for the passenger. I promise we'd do that now. And actually, they've been running long enough, we'll be able to see at a shot whether we've made any difference. Alco Gallifrey, we touched that. That's running pretty much empty now. Sherma Minas Tirith. No, we didn't. Alco Gallifrey, we didn't touch that one. But it's running empty, which means that there is possibly a train cannibalising it. There's the Mint Alco. Look, still losing me money. Good. That's nice to see. Let's flip up the top end. Any of these ring a bell? MCO Sherma is now making good cash. Splendid. Hogs Pleasantview we'd already done. Yeah, I can't actually remember. There you go. I'll leave that there for you to look at, and then you can go, oh, there's that one he did. It's making more or less the same amount of money it was before. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. With a kind of madcap, all over the place, going very quickly sort of episode today. But once in a while, you want to try and get stuff done swiftly, and that's what we've gone for. Here is a gaudy monstrosity for you. It is jolly bright, isn't it? Still, they've got a couple of lads piloting the thing. I'm sure it's going to work out just dandy. Anyway, subscribe to make sure you keep up with this series, and something else. Hit the like button. Fling a comment in. What do you think? Do you think this is going to work or not? That's a thing you can do. I'll catch up with you very soon with more of something very similar to this. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. So there you are. Right, that's your challenge set. Is that line going to make any money? Well, more than that, is that line going to do anything at all? Will we see copper start to flood? It's not copper, it's iron. I don't know why I keep thinking it's copper. I think it's because it looks like copper. Probably. Anyway, is it going to start shipping iron? If so, will it pick it up both from the docks and from that interstitial station? Will the coal start to flow? Will we make steel and it then be transported leisurely across the country? Will we make some iron or slag and that start to move around as well? Who knows? I do. I've already found the result out already. You're going to have to wait for that. But, that's the luxury I get in actually making these things in the first place. But do let me know what you reckon in the comments. I love hearing a good reckon from time to time, and you're the one to deliver on that. So reckon away there, team.